Good morning, students. Hello, everyone. I welcome you all to the Sarad Junior College. In this pandemic situation, finally we have started our 11th standard after a long break. Again, I welcome you all to the arts stream. In this session, we are going to start with the history subject. But before that, let me introduce myself. Already at the time of orientation session, I have introduced myself. Once again, I am introducing myself. Myself, Deepali Harchande. I have done my MA in English as well as in history subject. After that, I have completed my MEd and Diploma in School Management course. Total, I have 10 years of teaching experience in various institutions. In Sarad Junior College, since 3-4 years, I am working as a lecturer for the 11th and 12th standard. So for arts team, as I told you that I am teaching history subject, and for commerce I am teaching English subject. So let's start with our first lesson of history subject. That is lesson number 1, first farmers. Yeah, at the time of orientation, I have taught you about the history. What does it mean by history? Then importance of history, then various aspects of history subject, and last one we have learned about the job opportunities after taking extra training or after graduation in history subject. So that all part we have already seen. So in this lesson, in this session, we will start with the first farmers, that lesson. Lesson is too easy. In this lesson, we are going to see the root of human being, from where the human being has got emerged. That information, that history we are going to learn in this lesson. So here, very first is river valley civilization, means man's root or origination of human being is laid in between various civilizations, and these civilizations had an importance in history because these civilizations are the fundamental and basic mankind or human beings life. So you can see here, I will show you Nile, ancient Egypt, then Tigris and Euphrates, that is also known as ancient Mesopotamia and Babylonia civilization. After that, we have two more civilizations in the lesson. First is Indus and Ganga's civilization, that is also known as Harappan and Vedic civilizations. In China, the historians and experts, they have found the Yellow River civilization. So all these civilizations we are going to learn in this lesson. My first question you all, that why all civilizations has emerged near the banks of rivers? So you need to find out the answer of that. Why all civilizations has flourished and emerged nearby the river areas or river valley regions? So find it out. In the next video, I will tell you about the same answer. We'll go next. Along with civilizations, here in 11th standard, we need to learn about 3 phases of history subject or 3 phases of history period. Very before going to the river valley civilization, you must have learnt about various stages in history, that is Paleolithic stage, Mesolithic stage and Neolithic stage. Till 10th standard you must have learnt these three stages, but still I am going to revise these stages. Very first stage is Paleolithic stage, where man was in the Stone Age period, or man was living like a nomadic stage. That stage is known as a Paleolithic stage, a early stage we can say, when the man has started living his life on the earth. That is known as Stone Age or Paleolithic age. Second stage, second period deals with a Mesolithic period. Now what does it mean by Mesolithic period? Mesolithic period means man has started developing himself. From Paleolithic to the Mesolithic period, gradually man has developed himself and few changes had occurred in the lifestyle of human being. So that phase stage is also known as Mesolithic. In Mesolithic stage, man came to across with the agricultural practices. Even man came to across with the fire. So not only fire but the animal husbandry and agricultural practices. So these are the changes in the life of human being, and that period deals with the Mesolithic age. And last one is Neolithic, when man has developed himself, man started living in society, he has started living in not groups but village, society has formed by the man, and that stage is known as Neolithic stage. Here man had various occupations. You all must have known about the Alutedar and Balutedar system. In that system, the man had knowledge about various occupations. So these stages are very important stages in the human being's life. So here all ancient civilizations, it deals with the Mesolithic period, and after that, after the end of the Mesolithic period, man has started gradually developing and improving his lifestyle. So let's start with the River Valley civilization. As we have seen, Paleolithic stage is also deals with the Stone Age. So at the time of Stone Age period, man were using various tools for the hunting purposes and for the making his own caves. For that purpose, he had made few tools. Yeah, that time the tools were not sharp, but the tools were there, and all tools were made up of stones. In Mesolithic period, you will get microliths also. Microliths means sharpened tools. So this is the gradual changes in the tools also. So tools has got developed from Paleolithic to the Mesolithic and Neolithic period also. So very first, the tools things we need to learn. This picture tells you about the tools. This is the first tools were made by man, and that man were known as, or that human being tribe was known as Homo habilis. Homo habilis, it was a like tribal people, they have made first stone tool. So first stone tool were not sharp, so they were looking like that. And after gradually in the Mesolithic period and as well as in the Neolithic period, they have started sharpening their tools. So these are the few examples of stone tools. Gradually how they have changes, or how changes has taken place in the Neolithic, Mesolithic and Paleolithic period. So first man, they started making stone tools. Now for what purposes they were using that stone tools? These tools were useful only for simple jobs like scraping meat from the hides of dead animals, splitting bones to extract marrow, breaking nuts, and etc. To strike the stone with just enough impact and to remove flax from a stone in order to shape a tool was the mankind's first big step in the field of technology. This is also known as technology, to make the tools, and that is the first example of technology in the man's life. See, history means what? What we have seen in orientation. History means his story. His story means man's story. So progress, development and changes, whatever occur in the man's life, that history we are learning in history subject. So that stone tools were using for various purposes, even to make tools, stone tools. They were using stones, they were rubbing stones on each other and making stone tools. So this is the big step in the technological field of human being. Now we'll see about the latter species. Yeah, Homo habilis is one species like tribal people and after Homo habilis the other species of mankind were more advanced. Means Homo habilis they were started making tools, but after this species Homo habilis, the other species, they were very advanced, they were technologically advanced and they started developing in their life. They advanced human technology which much further. Now, through the close observation of the seasonal cycles in the nature, the Mesolithic people could demonstrate various plants and animals. As I told you, Paleolithic period is the early stage of man, but in Mesolithic period, man has made many changes. So what was the changes? As I told you that animal husbandry, man was started rearing the animals, that is known as animal husbandry. Animal husbandry means कुक्कुटपालन, त्याला आपण मराठीत म्हणतो, किंवा पशुपालन हा त्याला शब्द आहे. माणसाने तो सुरुवात केली त्याची. And man has started domesticating. Domesticating means they started rearing. They started domesticating means what? To make animal domestic. म्हणजे एखादं प्राण्यांना आपण पाळणे, त्याला म्हणायचं domesticate animals. It resulted in the rise of Neolithic age, means that once man has started rearing animals, until the Neolithic period he has continued with the same practice. After that, in Neolithic period, man was knowing about cultivation, agricultural practices, and it was without chemical agricultural practices. That time the chemical fertilization, that technologies were not known by the human being, but at least cultivation and agriculture practices were introduced in Neolithic period, and man has started living in rural areas, means society has formed in Neolithic period, and that society is also known as civilization. And that civilization, as we have seen, that civilization has emerge at the bank of rivers. Here we'll see Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization. It is a ancient and first civilization which we have found in our India and Pakistan. So with the help of this civilization, we came to know that the man has developed himself and man was moving towards the Neolithic age also. Whatever periods we have seen, that Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic age, see how we can come to know about that information, how we can teach that information or learn that. See, we have evidences, archaeological evidences and sources, first hand sources, second hand sources, then primary sources, secondary sources. Through that sources we have this authentic history, and whatever history has been mentioned in social studies and historical textbooks, all information is authentically proved by various experts and historians, and then only that type of information, historical information, we have in our textbook. So here also we have one kind of information that is about the agricultural, then we have seen the cultivation and pastoralism activities become a way of life for Neolithic people. All that things have been proved by archaeological evidences and sources. So without sources we cannot write authentic history. So here the lesson name is First Farmer. So who have started cultivation? Who were the first farmer and in which region they started cultivating? That thing also we have sources and evidences. That sources and evidences tells us that somewhere in 12,000 or 11,000 years ago, the man has started cultivating, the man has started agricultural practices, and perhaps it is all about the imaginary also, but the sources gives us the authentic information. So somewhere 12,000 or 11,000 years ago, man has started practicing agriculture. Beginning of agriculture and rise of settled villages are the two phenomena that are inevitably associated with each other. Means settle down in villages, in society, and agriculture practices. This is a phenomenal thing. Phenomenal thing means where man has proved himself, he has started progressing himself, and that is why it is known as the phenomenal step in the human being. The progress in the techniques of systematic cultivation resulted in the rise of the most ancient river valley civilization of the Neolithic age. All civilizations are originate in the Neolithic age, or we can say emerge in the Neolithic age. The river valley civilization grew in 4 regions of the world. That is, once again we'll see what are that 4 regions. Here you can see Mesopotamia, Egypt, then India subcontinent and India. These are the 4 areas or regions where the civilizations grew. So one by one we'll see the Nile civilization, Mesopotamia civilization, then Indus Valley civilization, Yellow River civilization in China. Now, how did this all happen? How the civilizations has started growing in the near the banks of rivers, that we are going to see or we are going to revive in this lesson. First is the valley of Euphrates and Tigris, Mesopotamia. Now we are going to deal with the valley of Euphrates and Tigris, Mesopotamia. Just see the location. Here you will see Tigris, Euphrates and ancient Mesopotamia and Babylonia. This civilization lies in between Africa and India. In between that we have found the Mesopotamian civilization. So ancient Mesopotamia included modern Iraq, then Syria, as well as the western regions of Iran and southeastern regions of Turkey. So these four countries lies in between the Mesopotamian or Tigris Euphrates civilization. So we have got a very old civilization in Iraq, Syria, west region of Iran and southeastern region of Turkey. So here you will find out the Euphrates and Mesopotamia and Babylonia civilization. Mesopotamia is the Greek name of the region between the two rivers, that is Tigris and Euphrates. See, Tigris and Euphrates, these are two rivers, fine. These are the names of two rivers, and near the bank of that Tigris and Euphrates, new civilization has growing. That civilization is known as Mesopotamia and Babylonia civilization. So which two rivers are there? Tigris and Euphrates, and that is known as Mesopotamia and Babylonia civilization. Just see the meaning of Mesopotamia right now. Here Mesos means the middle one and Potamia means river. The region between two rivers is Mesopotamia. Means in between the Tigris and Euphrates region, the new civilization has emerged. That civilization is known as Mesopotamia. The Mesolithic people began to stay in the region for longer times because of the availability of ample water. See why the civilization has emerging and growing and establishing near the banks of river, because of the availability of water, and without water we cannot live our life, and that's why we found the civilization near river valleys or near river banks. Here I have shown the valley of Euphrates and Tigris. You can see two rivers parallelly, they are flowing in the Iraq, Turkey and Iran region, and because of availability of water, the new civilization came into existence. As we have seen, the region for the people, they were living there for the longer time because of the availability of ample of water. Also both the rivers flooded annually, making the soil on their banks very fertile, and due to the fertility, the human being or the people, they could do their agricultural practices. The camps of Mesopotamia, or we can say the camps of Mesolithic people, developed in the first settled Neolithic villages. See, the process has already got started in Mesolithic period and towards the Neolithic age. In Mesolithic age, the people were living like a nomad stage or nomadic stage, but few changes has started occurring in his life. So here though the Neolithic villages, means in Neolithic age, the villages has established or had established, but that process has got started in the Mesolithic period. So once again, let me tell you the same thing. The camps of Mesolithic people developed into the first settled Neolithic villages. These first villages are dated to 10,000 years BC. The farmers in these villages grew wheat and barley, and that this is the evidences that man has started cultivating and what type of crop they started growing, that is wheat and barley. See, gradually man came across with the various crops and other technologies, other techniques which he could use in agriculture practices. So gradually it has got changed. Now we have seen about the Euphrates and Tigris Valley civilization. Next part is, see how beautiful scene of Tigris river. This is a river which is flowing in Tigris region. Tigris is a name of region. Then Euphrates rivers. This is the pictures of modern civilization, we can say, or 21st century pictures of Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Here I have shown location of Mesopotamia. You can take the pic or screenshot of the location of Mesopotamia. Take the screenshot of Mesopotamia location. Now we'll see ancient Mesopotamia. Few pictures of this ancient civilization. Next is Indus and Mesopotamia relationship. Here the Indus Valley civilization and Mesopotamian civilization, they had a relationship. The trade were there, exchange were there, then barter system were there. So in this way the Indus and Mesopotamia, they had their relationship. Before going to the Indus Valley civilization, let me tell you about the valley of Nile and Egypt civilization. In Egypt country, that time country word was not introduced. So in Egypt civilization, we can say, has flourished at the bank of Nile river. See, you can see here the Red Sea I have mentioned. So nearby the Red Sea, the Nile river is flowing. So the Nile river is flowing in the region of Egypt, and near the bank of Nile, the Egypt civilization has flourished. The river in the Egypt, this picture, see how beautiful picture it is. The country in the northern parts of the African continent and in the valley of the Nile river is Egypt. Means it is in the Africa continent, and near the Nile river it has got situated. See, here also I have tried to show you the map of the Nile river, Nile delta, Lower Egypt and Upper Egypt, and that Nile river, it is after flowing towards the north side, the Nile river meets to the Mediterranean Sea. See, you can see a Nile delta, Lower Egypt, then Mediterranean Sea. The river Nile meets to the Mediterranean Sea. This is a current picture of Nile river in Egypt. Let's talk about the Nile river civilization. Napoleon Bonaparte had taken along many scholars from various fields during his invasion of Egypt in 1798. They studied the ancient remains in Egypt and published it. These studies received a momentum because of the decipherment of the Rosetta inscriptions. It became possible to read the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Let me tell you the meaning of it. Napoleon Bonaparte, he invaded in Egypt, and after invading means he attacked on Egypt, and after attacking he had studied about the inscriptions. Inscription means a written material on rocks. त्याला आपण मराठीत शिलालेख म्हणतो. त्यांनी शिलालेखांचा अभ्यास केला, त्याला इंग्लिशमध्ये इन्स्क्रिप्शन्स म्हणतात. अँड फ्रॉम दॅट इन्स्क्रिप्शन्स he had categorized all that information which is in the Egyptian hieroglyphs, means the picture type language were there on that inscription, and he categorized it. He had studied that Egyptian hieroglyphs, and he published the Egypt's remains. Remains means मराठीत आपण त्याला अवशेष म्हणतो. ते अवशेषांचा, त्या रिमेन्सचा अभ्यास केला नेपोलियन बोनापार्टनी, आणि त्यांनी ते पब्लिश केलं, ते जे काही त्याने हिस्टॉरिकल स्टडी केलं त्याचा. The first Neolithic villages in Egypt came into being at about 6000 BC. The beginning of agriculture in Egypt coincides with the same time. The first crops grown in these villages were wheat and barley. Means coincides means what? Simultaneously the farmers, they were growing the wheat and barley in various parts of Egypt. See what we have seen in Tigris and Euphrates region. In that civilization also people, they started growing wheat and barley, and it is a coincidence in between Euphrates, Tigris and this Egypt civilization. In Egypt civilization also they have started growing wheat and barley as their main crop. So students, we will stop here. In this session we have seen the Homo sapiens, or the first man, stone tool man we can say. Then we have studied about Paleolithic, Mesolithic and Neolithic age. After that we have studied about the tools. Tools were using in stone age till the Neolithic age, means microliths also we have studied. Microliths means the sharpened tools. After that we have studied about the cultivation practices. Then pastoralism means animal husbandry, that also we have learned. After that, how the river valley civilizations came into existence. Then Egypt, just a minute. Then we have seen about all this civilization: Nile or Egypt civilization, Euphrates, Tigris civilization. In the next session we will learn about Indus Valley civilization and Yellow River civilization. Indus Valley civilization lies in India. It is Indus Gangetic Plains, and Yellow River civilization were there in China. So that two river civilization we will learn in the next session or in the next lecture. So we'll stop here. Thank you everyone. Bye bye everyone. Take care. Stay safe. Have a good day.